Before I take this bike down off of the jacks, I just want to do a little overview of what's involved in changing these shocks. This is a 2005 Heritage Softail, and I have a shorter rider. So these 422s allow you to lower the bike as much as 2 inches, and that's what we have it set at, 2 inches. I could always raise it back up if need be. So let's get into what it takes to get the original shocks out and put these back in. So first and foremost, you've got to get at this bolt and crack that loose. In order to do that, you need the bike up in the air, because if the bike is low, you just can't get enough leverage on that to break it loose. So what I did was jacked it up on a primary jack underneath the frame, and then I have a secondary jack underneath the wheel, and I'm up, a good foot or so. So that allowed me to put a traditional box wrench on there and give it a couple of shots with a dead blow hammer, and I was able to break it loose. So with that, then you just have to break loose the 2 front bolts, or nuts I should say, right there. Can we see that? Forgive my camera work. All right, so you would take the 2 front nuts off on each one, and then you can drop your shocks out. Now, in order to put the new shocks in, I thought that I'd be able to set the length on the shocks, and the longer the shock, the lower the bike will be, because it's underneath and it works like kind of a cantilever situation. So I thought that I would be able to make the shock body as long as possible and put it in one shot. Well, guess what? That doesn't work. So once you're here, you need the whole assembly to be short temporarily in order to get this eye to clear this frame member. So like I said, it's only temporary. You get it up in there, you make your bolt here, and then you come back up here. And what I did was, there's an E-clip right there in the front. Maybe I'll highlight that. And I have the nut run out almost to the E-clip on each one with equal. And a little bit of blue Loctite. Then you can come around to the back side here, and you tighten up this nut right here. You tighten that up tight to the frame, and then you're good to go with that. So that's the shock itself. The next thing that you need to address is, anytime we modify the suspension, is the drive belt. So you can see that thing is tight as a guitar string. So when I bring it down, I'm going to see where it sits and then adjust the back wheel, bring it in a little bit, and make sure I have the proper amount of play in that, so that we don't snap a belt or put a strain on the transmission. What else do we need to cover on this? So when I do bring the bike down, I'll take it out for a test ride. I'm not going to do it today because I don't know if you can hear, but it's pouring rain. So after that, then once I test ride it, I can adjust the preload on the shocks, and that's done here. Progressive gives you a little tool to get in there with, so I'll probably make a second video regarding that, but that's pretty straightforward. So what you need is 2 jacks of some sort. These little scissor jacks work out great. I like them. And then for tooling and supplies, it's really just a couple of wrenches. Like I said, these work out well. A dead blow hammer is handy. You have E-clips, so I like to use a needle nose to get the E-clip up in there. It's a tight spot. Little anti-seize to go on the shaft of the bolt going through the eyelet. So I just like to put a little anti-seize in there. A little dab of blue Loctite on the bolts. And my Croil for the disassembly, so I was able to get this bike 2 days before I was working on it, so I soak everything down with Croil, and it all disassembles nicely with that. So hopefully this helps some people out, because I was trying to find information and it was kind of tough to find things. So maybe this will help you out, and good luck with your project. Thanks for watching.